teaching skills. Understanding the patterns that surround children's behavior, including the antecedents that set the stage for behavior, and the consequences that occur afterward, helps us develop effective behavior support strategies. These include proactive strategies for preventing and prompting, replacing behavior by teaching children skills, and managing consequences that follow behavior. In this video, we're going to focus on replacing behavior through teaching. When children engage in challenging behavior, it's often because they lack other, more appropriate ways to meet their needs. If we empower children with skills, their challenging behavior is no longer necessary. They are able to participate more independently and successfully in daily activities, and this improves their quality of life. This video will cover how to select skills to teach and basic strategies for how to teach them. We can categorize skills into replacement behaviors and desired behaviors. Replacement behaviors meet the exact same purpose as challenging behaviors. They allow children to effectively and efficiently obtain attention, items, or activities, or avoid circumstances they don't like. When children have these skills, they do not have to resort to problem behavior.
Use your words if you want to ask me something.
Juice.
Juice?
Desired behaviors are things we want our children to do that by themselves may not be reinforcing. Desired behaviors may include tolerating difficult situations, completing daily chores, or participating in less preferred activities.
Hey, come here. Yep, new shirt. Good job, sir.
In order to replace a challenging behavior, we must be aware of the purpose of that behavior. We are going to review possible replacement behaviors for each of the main functions behavior tends to serve: obtaining attention, getting items or activities, avoiding or delaying situations, or acquiring sensory outcomes. Let's first look at when a child's behavior is related to attention. Challenging behavior may occur when the child is not interacting with someone or that person removes their attention. When this occurs, we can teach our children to request attention by saying something such as, "Play with me," "Talk with me," or simply touching or moving closer to a person. In this video, you will see how the parent encourages their child to seek attention in a positive way.
Oh, hey, Rachel, if you want to talk to me, just say, "Dad, I want to talk to you." Okay?
Dad.
Yeah?
Now let's consider when a child's behavior occurs in order to obtain an item or activity. Problem behavior will typically happen when the child wants something but is not able to have it. In this case, we would want to teach the child to request items or activities appropriately, using words, gestures, signs, pictures, or another method of communication.
And these are your options for something else to do. Bubbles, swinging on the swing, jumping on the trampoline, or reading a book. What would you like to do? Jump on the trampoline? Okay. Well, why don't you put the phone down? Let's go.
In this video, you will see how the parent encourages both of her boys to use their words to ask for what they want, as well as express their feelings.
What do you say?
Can I have that car, please? This one.
You can talk to him about your feelings too. Remember we talked about,
And this side.
you can say, "That's one of my favorite cars.
One of my favorite cars.
Could I trade you for a different red car?"
Can I trade her for a different one, Miss Bright?
Next, we will look at when a child's behavior is motivated by avoiding, delaying, or escaping an activity, task, or circumstance. Problem behavior typically occurs when a child is asked to do something or is placed in a new or difficult situation. It can also happen when the child has been engaged in an activity for too long or is finding it frustrating. In this case, we would want to teach the child to ask for a break from the situation or for help with what they're doing. In this video, the parent encourages the child to ask for a break.
Rachel, if you're all done, just put down your fork and say, all done. Use your words. Tell me you need a break, all right?
All done.
All right.
Finally, we're going to talk about when a child's behavior is motivated by regulating his sensory environment. Problem behavior will occur when the child is not engaged in activities or aspects of the environment are uncomfortable. The behavior itself will produce sensory changes related to sight, touch, sound, smell, taste, or movement. In this case, we want to offer the child a more appropriate way to get the sensory input or change. In this video, you will see how the parent offers more suitable sensory options.
Can you use your words, Jackson?
Swing.
You want to swing? Okay. Ready, set. All right, go ahead.
These have all been examples of replacing behavior. We also may want to teach our children other desired behaviors. These may include playing independently rather than always seeking out attention, waiting for items or accepting they may not have them, cooperating with tasks they do not enjoy, and learning the skills to participate in a greater variety of daily routines. These types of skills are often more complex, requiring longer periods of time or multiple steps. They're also probably not motivating in and of themselves. Just doing them does not offer enjoyment. Regardless of what skills we're teaching, there are particular strategies that consistently work. First, we need to clearly define the skills we are trying to teach. What exactly would the expected behavior look or sound like? If there are multiple steps involved, it is often helpful to create a task analysis. Here's an example of a task analysis for washing hands. See how each step is clearly defined? Defining skills this clearly allows us to be more consistent in communicating our expectations and teaching the skills. Then we need to decide when and where our children need to use the skills we want to teach them, and if they need any environmental supports to complete them. For example, we might take pictures of items that children are likely to request, or have all the supplies needed for a hygiene routine or chore. Finally, we need to figure out what teaching methods will work best for our children. Can they learn the entire skill all at once, or do we need to break it down? If the skill takes a long time or has a lot of repetition, we may want to start small and shape their behavior by gradually increasing expectations. What prompting strategies work best for our children? Do they respond to verbal or written instructions? Need to see the behavior modeled? Or require gestures or physical guidance to learn the skill? If the skill is not automatically reinforcing, what rewards would motivate our children to participate? The following videos show parents teaching more complex skills to their children. Note how the parents clearly explain the skills, model and prompt, and shape their children's behavior through praise and other rewards.
Okay, Amari, would you like to go to the park?
Yes.
Okay. So we're all done iPad. Can you put iPad in all done? Good. And did you eat? Yes. So now what are we going to do? Yes, we're going to... Yeah, we're going to go on a car ride and we're going to go to the park. And we'll go get a coconut at the store later. Hey, Xander, can you read the rules for the park?
Have fun, listen and obey, say hi, ask for help, say it's okay, no screaming, stay here for mommy and daddy.
Good job! High five!
It looks like it.
Notice how these parents use pictures to clarify expectations, directly teach rules for outings, and praise their children. And how this dad verbally and physically guides his child through the steps of getting his coat on while praising him.
Up and over. Good. Put your arm in. You got your coat on. Here's your sticker. You're ready to go.
Remember that the videos you just saw are examples and that you should use what you've learned to develop individualized strategies for your children. Replacing behavior by teaching skills is probably the most important element of effective behavior support. When we help children meet their needs and develop life skills, it reduces the demands of parenting and improves our children's quality of life.